Hello everyone, so today we're going to be talking about the Fire Spec gunner. The reason why it took so long for this video to come out was because I leveled up a level 1 to a level 55 gunner using only the fire build. Mainly because I wanted to compare the leveling up process as well as get a better feel of how the character is or how the fire build is. So first of all, we're gonna take a quick look at my items. There's nothing special. They're really bad items at the moment compared to my other gunner. But, you know, I do have a fire earring from BT, which is quite good. Other than that, nothing special. So let's look at the skills now. Okay, let's go over the skills for the Fire Spec gunner. So the main thing that we need to understand is that the fire gunner plays very different from the shadow gunner mechanic wise. So I'll go over the skills first and then I'll talk about the mechanics. So first of all, we have your regular auto attack, your left click. So you have two choices. You have your life drain or you have basic skills. I highly advise you to stick with life drain. So it gives you 6% lifesteal, which is extremely good. It's 1% better than the shadow spec. Your block skill, your 1 skill, again, stick with the same one as the shadow. Stick with the counter because you want that 1 second iframe. As for your 2 skill, again, it's the same. It's a double knockdown, double stun, or double daze. As for your F, again, stick with the stun. So the moment you do a perfect counter, you press F and you can stun the enemy. Your C is different from the Shadow Gunner. It's still an AoE attack, but it doesn't help you recover focus anymore as compared to the Shadow Gunner. But it does do more damage. As for your 4, this attack is extremely useful because it gives you 1 burst bullet on each cast. And you can cast it 3 times. So this gives you 3 burst bullets. Again, stick with the basic attack. The other ones are more used for PvP, I'm assuming, but I don't PvP, so I don't know about these two. As for your E, this again is the same. It's still that slingshot. You can stick with the 2% max HP recovery on a perfect iframe, or you can get the 30% movement speed. As for your 3 over here, this is different. This is a skill that you can only cast during weakness detection, and this skill is very strong. The reason why it's very strong is because the moment you cast a spell and press F after, you immediately get 5 burst bullets, which is insanely strong because your main source of damage is from the burst bullets, not from the auto attacks. So for this move, it says you can only use it under weakness detection. What the heck is weakness detection? So when you auto attack over here, when you just hold down your right mouse button, there is a chance, as you can see under absorb 6% HP, there's a chance to detect weakness. This is purely RNG. So you can have your first attack and immediately find the enemy's weakness and cast your 3, then F, and immediately have 5 burst bullets. That is the best, most ideal situation. However, you could also be auto-attacking all day long and never find the enemy's weakness. Thus, you will never be able to use your 3 and then your F to recharge 5 burst bullets. So this is where the RNG comes in. The reason why the fire build is not as popular for PvE is because it relies a lot on RNG. I will show you what the heck detect weakness looks like in a moment after we finish talking about the skills. So your V is just a regular flame strike or fire strike, no big difference there. Your Q is still the same. It's you shoot the crystal into the sky and you can hook onto it. I still recommend sticking with the resist because again, for certain bosses such as Ebon Drake Lair as well as Xanos in Naru Sanctum, those 5 explosion attacks, this Q will save your life. And then over here, your tab, you have 2 different choices, okay? So the first choice is self-enhance. The moment you press this spell, you can instantly shoot 25 burst bullets because you can do 5 rotations. Each rotation, you shoot 5 burst bullets at a very fast rate. This is very good for PvE, for Mushin's Tower, for Tower of Infinity. The second skill, on the other hand, is more used for PvP because by using this skill, you can ignore enemies' block and parry. It pierces through it. So it's extremely useful, especially in PvP when you're up against people that are blocking and stuff. So that's the second one. So this for PvE, this for PvP. As for your F, again, this is on a perfect iframe with your E. You can cast this regular skill, which just by holding your F key. So now I'm going to show you your basic rotation. So the basic rotation is quite simple. You're going to press tab, you're going to press F, and you're going to reload with your left mouse button over here. And then you're going to press F again, reload, F, reload, F, reload, up to 5 times, okay? So I'm going to show you it right here without me talking, without commentary. And that is it. That's your basic combo. And that will do a lot of spike damage. The problem with this is that your tab has a 1 minute and 30-second cooldown. This is your main source of damage. So you can only do your spike damage every 1 minute and 30 seconds. Another downside to this is when you press tab and you activate this and you start spamming your F, you are a stationary cannon. You are unable to move from your spot. If you do move, it will screw up your combo and you won't be able to spam up to five rotations, which is not good because you want to spam it. So look, I'll press tab. So when I'm doing that animation, I cannot move. You see, I can't move when I'm doing this animation at all. You are rooted in place. So that is the weakness for this build. However, the damage that you do is ridiculous. Like you can see that my AP over here is 916. It's nowhere near my Shadow Gunner. However, the damage that I can outburst is insane. Okay, so let's talk about what this detect weakness is. So when you're auto attacking here, so I'm just holding down my right mouse button, occasionally there will be a beep sound. So you see here, you see this crosshair that popped up? That is when detect weakness procs. However, if you have your sound turned up, it will make a boop sound over here, okay? So let me attack again. Let me change my system sound to max, and I'll turn down all the other volumes so that you can hear the boop very clearly, okay? So let's try that again. Did you hear that? That doot. So when that happens, you are able to cast 3. However, you only have a window. You have a window about 1 second to cast this. If you don't cast it, you miss your opportunity and it's gone and you can't cast it anymore. Okay? So the reason why you want to cast this is because it gives you 5 of these burst bullets. So these burst bullets are your main source of damage. Auto attacking here doesn't do much damage. As you can see, I'm only doing 4,000 damage. But once this burst bullet is activated, you see I did 32,000 damage on that burst bullet. So what you want to do is you want to charge up these burst bullets as fast as possible, and then while you're auto attacking, you press F so that it animation cancels. I don't really know if it's animation canceling or not, but that is just the general thing on what we do. So you can see right there, the moment I was shooting, I pressed 3 and I pressed F, and it instantly reloaded. It instantly gave me 5 burst bullets. So with 5 burst bullets, you just hold down right mouse button and then you just press F while you're shooting, and voila, you finish all 5 of your burst bullets and you continue again. So your 4 over here, it creates a burst bullet every time you shoot once with it. But you can hold it down and cast it 3 times. So instantly with this spell, you can get 3 burst bullets. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. So once you have 3 burst bullets, you can use your F and then spam this and do extra damage again. So your entire rotation for the gunner relies on these burst bullets. So your goal is to recharge those burst bullets as fast as possible. A thing that you want to keep in mind is when you cast your C, you have 3 seconds of unlimited burst bullets. It's quite useful to have, whenever C is up, you want to cast it so that when you're doing your auto attack, you can spam burst bullets in between auto attacks like that, okay? So let's review again. So your main damage source is your tab. The moment you press tab, you want to press F, reload, F, reload, F, reload, F, reload up to 5 times, okay? Because it only gives you enough time to shoot 5 rotations. So let me do it again and I'll show you. I'm going to press tab, F, reload, F, reload, F, reload, F, reload, F, reload. You see? So it cut halfway through because my tab duration ran out. Here's a tip on what I usually do is the moment I press tab, I hold down F and I hold down right mouse button. So the moment I use F, there's going to be a long animation, right? While I'm doing that long animation of shooting all 5 burst bullets, I'm going pow, 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 pow. While it's doing that animation, I hold down left mouse button because you see, if you hold down left mouse button, you just keep reloading like this. So the moment I finish shooting all 5 of my burst bullets, I instantly reload. Then while I'm reloading, there's like a 1 second cast animation here, or like a 0.5 second cast animation. While I'm spinning my guns, I'm holding down F already to cast the next 5 shots. So give me a second here and I will show you the rotation again. Okay, so here we go again. So I'm going to press tab and then F and reload and then F, reload. Okay, tab, F. I'm holding that reload, holding down F, holding that reload, holding down F, holding that reload, holding down F, holding that reload. So I messed up there. So I messed up there, so I'm gonna wait for it to recharge and I'll do it again. So another thing is, let's say your tab is down. So you have 1 minute and 30 seconds where you don't have your Super Saiyan mode. What can you do? So it's quite simple. You press V for your fire strike. You press 2, hold that down for 3 burst bullets. And then you can use your C. So with your C, you can constantly use your burst fire. And while you're auto attacking, you're just praying you're going to find his weakness. The moment you find his weakness, you're going to tap 3. So keep shooting, shooting, shooting. 3, F. Voila. See, you have 5 bullets and you can use 5 burst again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use your 4, you get 3 bullets. 1, 2, 3. And then hopefully your C is up by then you can shoot more burst bullets. If not, then you're just back to regular old auto attack. But keep in mind, your auto attack does not do much damage. Your main source of damage is from your F. Okay, so here we go again. I'm going to use my tab and then my F, okay? Tab F, reload, F, reload, F, reload, F, reload, F, reload. That's it. So that's how you pull off 5 rotations. But if you have higher ping, if you have maybe 200 ping or above, then it's going to be much harder to pull off all 5 rotations because, you know, timing is critical on the reload and spamming your F. It's not very forgiving as the time frame it gives you is very, very short. And that's about it for the gunner. As for the other Hongmoon skills, I showed you the G. The G was just a sniper move where you pull out a sniper rifle, you wait a couple seconds, and you can shoot, right? So B is a flashbang. It pierces defense and parry skills. So basically what you do is you shoot a flashbang into the air over here and it'll blind everyone that looks at it for more than 3 seconds. So, bow. See? It goes up in the air, bang, blind. So these guys are all disoriented for 5 seconds. So it's quite useful in PvP, I'm assuming, but I've never seen anyone use it in PvE. As for the Sky Crystal, you throw that Sky Crystal over there, and then the moment that you need to cast an iframe, you do this, and while you're floating in the air, you are invulnerable to all damage if you spec it to resist, which is very, very, very useful. Okay, as for your slingshot's just like that, and it counts as an iframe. The moment you start casting it, it counts as an iframe. It's quite useful, especially on like clutch situations when you need to get out of somewhere. Keep in mind that using your E uses a wire. So you can see here, so you can see here that you can hold up to 5 wires. And the only way to refill your wires is by reloading, okay? There's an internal timer that's not shown here, but in order to get your wires back, you have to reload. So you can see here that I have 3 wires, right? I'm gonna shoot a little bit more, and then I'm gonna reload now. Voila, you see I have 5 wires now. And then by using my E, I will consume 1 wire. By using my Q, I will also consume 1 wire. Alright? So just keep that in mind, that you can only hold up to 5 wires at a time. And by using your Q or your E skill, it will consume a wire. Okay, let's see what other questions you guys had. You had questions about the Hongmoon Skills. Alright, so let's go over here to our Hongmoon Skills. So which Hongmoon Skills are worth getting? Okay, so for skills that you want to unlock, it doesn't matter whether you're a shadow or a fire build, okay? So the number 1 skill that I would recommend is the first one, unlocking the lifesteal one. So that you want to have the Chilling Flame Elixir. You want to eat this. So that is this item. Dragon Express. This one. You want to eat this item. It's the one where you need a Asura Ember and a Frozen Lamentation Stone. So you want to eat this to unlock this Hongmoon skill. Okay? That is your first priority. Okay, so the next skill, after you've unlocked this Hongmoon skill for your regular lifesteal, the next one that you want to unlock is your counter block. It's the 1 second iframe. So in order to do that, you need to get this skill. You need to get the Hongmoon Secret Book number volume 2, whatever this one is, okay? So it's this one over here. It's the one where you exchange the 2 secret paper things for this book, and yeah. This is the second priority you want. So you want to unlock your lifesteal and then the counter. So to get your C skill, to unlock it, you need to eat the Hongmoon Pellet, the Sky Petal Evolved Offal, as well as the Soulstone Evolved Offal. So after you've unlocked that, your lifesteal, your counter, and your C, you're basically set on your gunner, alright? Like, the other skills are all optional, and it's really up to personal preference. But yeah, as you can see, the Shadow Gunner as well as the Fire Gunner are very different in playstyles. I recommend leveling up your new character. Like, if you're gonna level up a level 1 character to 50 on the US or EU server, I highly recommend just sticking with the Fire build. The Fire build is a lot easier to progress through the story because it's very front heavy. It's like you burst the enemy down really fast and then you move on. While the Shadow is more of a sustained damage. So the Shadow build won't be as effective if you're just trying to plow through the story like at a really fast pace. So if you're just leveling, I recommend stick with Fire. But then once you've hit max level and you start gearing up, it really depends on personal preference. If you're more into PvP, Fire, hands down, Fire. If you're more into PvE, then Shadow if you're going for the end game. But Fire if you just want to be strong mid game. Because the thing about Fire is most of the content that we have on Blade and Soul is easy content at the moment. Like, there are no boss fights that last over 5 minutes. So the Fire Gunner is extremely strong, especially at the very beginning. Like, their opener, the moment they press tab and they start bursting down using their burst bullets, it's just insane damage, especially when you have Soul Burn and Blue Buff. So, Fire is really, really strong. However, there are rumors going around that the Fire Gunner might get nerfed in the future. So just keep that in mind. I personally, since I already invested a lot of time and gold in my Shadow build, so I'm just going to stick with my Shadow. But the Fire Gunner is pretty fun. It's quite easy to play and it's really fun. It feels like a gunner. But the Shadow one is just, to me, I find the Shadow Gunner just easier to play because it's not so RNG dependent. Like, if you press tab and you start using your burst bullets, let's say that in your 5 rotations, 4 don't crit, you're losing a lot of damage. And maybe if you lag and you miss out 1 rotation, maybe you only do 4 rotations, or even worse, you only do 3 rotations out of 5, that is also a huge hit on your DPS. So, I mean, both classes, the Shadow and the Fire Gunner, are very... They both seem quite ping reliant. Okay, but anyway, I hope this video helped, and if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
What can I say except you're welcome?